Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Coach Jen here, and I'm just going to give myself a couple minutes to get Coach John Smeh on, and we are going to talk about keto and cheating on keto and all things ketosis. I'm just waiting for him to tune in. So let me find him, and we will try to get him on. So bear with me here while I play around with my screen. It's always a challenge initially with Facebook Live, so sorry for the technical stuff here. My phone doesn't like my finger today. There we go. There's John. Gonna let him on, approve him. There, that was relatively easy for once in my life. Hey, John, how's it going?
Good, Jen. How are you doing? Can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. So, John, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff today, and maybe I'll just introduce myself for those of you watching that don't know me, and then John can introduce himself as well. So, my name is Jennifer Morris. I'm out of Goderich, Ontario, Canada. I'm a nutritionist. I'm a CrossFit coach. I'm a keto lifestyler. I'm a Prüvit promoter, and I'm just trying to be my best so I can help everybody else be their best. And this over here is my friend, Mr. John Smeh.
Hey guys, how are you? John Smeh. I'm everything Jen said as well. But my wife and I own a CrossFit gym up here in beautiful Collingwood, Ontario. And yeah, we have known Jen for many years, and we were excited to see her also be passionate about this conversation that we're having today.
Cool. So I guess, John, I like to kind of start with the basics, and maybe we should explain what the ketogenic diet is to people and where it came from. I'll give my 2 cents on that, and then if you want to add anything in, please do. Essentially, the ketogenic diet was something that became, I guess, popular, or like was, sort of invented in 1920-ish, when they discovered that if they fed children a very high-fat diet, this is children with epilepsy that could not be treated with drugs, if they fed children a high-fat diet and it restricted their carbohydrates, that they could pretty much stop the seizures. So it's, based on this medical diet. And at the time, they used a lot of high-fat dairy, and pretty much they didn't have the same kind of processed carbohydrates that we have today in the 1920s. So things were a little different. I bet they wish they had therapeutic ketones, but I don't know. Did you want to say anything more about where the diet actually came from?
No, I agree with everything you're saying. It was definitely utilized for our medical practice back then. And, we know that biotechnology and science and medication has come a long way today. But what's ironic is that they are still utilizing this protocol to cure basically, various different environments or health issues, right? So it's ironic that we're still kind of utilizing something that could be 80 or 90 years old, in addition to whatever else medical advances we've had. So it's amazing to see the longevity and the sustainability of where this nutrition protocol has come from and where it is today.
Right. I think it's, I heard somebody say it's, the most well-studied diet that we have since it's been around for pretty much 100 years now. I like to kind of go back to, when I talk to people about ketosis and what that actually means, which is having a level of ketones in your blood that, if you were to measure with a blood ketone monitor, would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 0.5 to, I think it's like 5 or 7 millimolar per liter, not to be confused out for those of you watching with ketoacidosis, two very different things. I like to tell people.
So Jen, do you think that there is a benefit of having a higher elevation of ketones in the blood?
Most definitely. Not ketoacidosis
No.
levels. That's type 1 diabetics that are uncontrolled. They'd be in the hospital. But yes, and my point was going to be that, like, having that level of ketones in our blood is actually something that is normal for humans. The problem is because we have carbohydrates everywhere, most people will never ever get the benefits of having those ketones in their blood at that level.
Right.
So I like to talk to people about our caveman ancestors because they spent more time in ketosis, having that level of ketones in their blood more often than not.
Right.
And so having that level is actually normal for humans.
Right.
The opposite is not true. Having a high level of glucose in our body is not normal.
You know, one of the questions that revolves around this conversation day in, day out is, you know, do I still have to be in a strict keto diet to see health benefits? Or, you know, am I never going to see health benefits unless I'm prescribed or following what we call a strict keto diet?
Yeah, it's what amazes me is that, you know, people, okay, there's so many things I could say on this. So I guess like I see a lot of people start the ketogenic diet, but they don't really understand 100% why, right? Like a lot of people start it because they want to lose weight or lose fat. But the reality of it is that the fat loss that happens from doing a strict ketogenic diet is because it's healthy for us, right? To have those higher levels of ketones present. So what people fail to understand is that you can't half-ass a strict ketogenic diet. You can't do it. You can't go 5 days, I'm going to eat 0 carbs and then eat carbs for 2 days. It doesn't work like that because your body never actually goes into true ketosis that way for long enough to get the benefits.
Right, right. And so, you know, it comes down to really ultimately whatever we're doing has to be sustainable, and it has to be able to be done almost as part of our lifestyle, right? And, you know, now we kind of come down to, you know, the topic of the conversation is, you know, who out there is a keto cheater, and what does that term actually mean? Does it mean that you are doing a disservice to your health? No, it really comes down to, hey, we're human. We have social aspects and engagements and day-to-day life that happens to us, and we need to figure out best way to kind of accommodate those environments and still try and be as healthy as we can when need to be, right? So I'm just going to jump in, Jen. For me, I know that, you know, I definitely get to like 2 of these at least a day. I always look at thinking about hacking myself.
Your signal.
Go ahead. My signal?
Your signal, you're cutting out a bit. I don't know if, yeah, I don't know if it's me. Sorry.
I can hear you okay. I'll keep going.
Okay, you're just kind of robotic.
And then the other thing is, yeah, the other thing is I'll come back to this protocol every month, the Keto Reboot. So it gives me an opportunity to create a small sort of deficit over a 60-hour window, regardless of what's happened at the beginning of the month. And then, you know, I create substitutions, right? I will use cauliflower rice over regular rice. I will use pork rinds over the party mix, and I'll use basically beer, right? So when we talk about small steps that are sustainable moving forward to create overall
John, you're
monthly or
you're
yearly
totally
impact.
cutting out.
Okay.
You're totally cutting out. If someone watching can say if they can hear John or not, or if it's just me, Kelly, can you hear John? I know you're on.
Yes.
John, it's your crappy Wi-Fi in Collingwood. Your
I'm at the
internet
gym.
service.
I've got good Wi-Fi here. Kelly, can you hear us
maybe
okay?
it's me. Okay, yeah, maybe it's just me. Sorry.
Anyways, guys, yeah, like it comes down to what we do on a monthly overall basis and not worry about day-to-day wins or losses, but look at a bigger, broader picture where we are going to create sustainability over long term that's going to fit into our lifestyle, right? And I hope with people that we don't have to do a strict ketogenic diet. We can create a modification that is going to be sustainable and accessible for us. And, you know, when to keto cheating, it's not cheating, it's just being human, right? We're doing the best we can with the resources we have to sustain and optimize our health moving forward. Jen, did you want to add anything in there? Yeah, Crystal says she can hear me.
I'm trying to move closer to my Wi-Fi tower.
Yeah.
Sorry, there, that's better. Sometimes in my office, the Wi-Fi cuts out.
Did you want to add anything else, Jen?
Well, I guess, one of the most common, let's, talk about the elephant in the room, and that's pure therapeutic ketones from Prüvit. Both of us are Prüvit promoters. We believe in this product 100%, exactly as you said, because it helps us maintain a healthy lifestyle. It helps us have less cravings. It helps us have more energy. It helps us be social when we want to be social. It helps us, to really sort of maintain that lifestyle that we're trying to maintain as best as possible. Like, I heard the other day, somebody said to me, well, you can just go to the gym and work out and work off all those calories and work off all that stuff you just ate. And that's so not true. You and I have both experienced that, like, as athletes, and we're pretty intense. So the average person, like, there's no way you can out-train a bad diet. So don't kid yourself. And the thing I love about drinking ketones is that it just really allows me, like you said, to stick to a lower carbohydrate lifestyle most of the time. But when I do fall off the wagon, because I'm a human being and I want to enjoy things once in a while, things that are out there, then I get to stay in ketosis and, protect myself from all the crap that I'm just deciding to eat that particular day or drink.
Yeah, definitely. And we've heard in this community, in this conversation, the truth is that Prüvit's pure therapeutic ketones work 100% of the time. That means when I shake this up and drink it, put it down my esophagus, as Michael Rutherford would say, I can prick my finger, test my blood 1 hour out, and prove that the product's doing what it says it's going to do, right? And that's pretty key right there. So when we talk about creating compliance, we have all of the tools to create compliance. And now it's up to us then to move forward and just be cognizant, journal, aware of what we're feeling, how we're doing, what our energy, focus, mood, sleep feels like as we move forward, right? And so just like you can't out-train a bad diet, I mean, you can't out-drink too many of these and still think that these are going to erase everything you've eaten. It's not possible, right? So we still have to be cognizant. But what I love about this fuel source is it is an insulin-free fuel source. So when I drink it, I get 55 calories or 50 calories of pure energy with no rise in my insulin. And that's where I talk about compliance. The compliant is that I don't have a crash regardless of, typically, as long as I've eaten reasonable, I don't get an energy crash. And that's where I create compliance with my diet moving forward. So for a lot of people who are sitting back there and saying, well, there's been some science and we've touched on it a bit, but it just comes down to this product works 100% of the time. You can drink it, prick your finger out 1 hour out, and see the rise in ketones in your blood. And that's it. Now, from that point on, it comes down to dialing in with what's going to work with your lifestyle and your nutrition, create the small little hacks that are sustainable, and let us, like Jen and myself and everybody else in our team, help coach you through this. So one of the amazing things about the product is you just don't get it, see you later, you're on your own. We stay on and make sure that we see success with it, and we coach you through it. And you're not going to get that anywhere with any other community.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess there's a couple little points I would like to make because, the whole thing about there's kind of two camps that I see when it comes to keto. You've got your strict ketogenic dieters that really think that they don't need this product because they're staying strict. But the reality of it is, most people that I talk to, when you really start to ask questions, are not staying strict on their diet. They're actually, having carbs, and they're eating junk once in a while, and they're having that glass of wine and that beer. So I I really think that, you know, people are kind of kidding themselves and they're lying to themselves that they're actually staying as strict as they think they are. So they're not really getting the true benefits of being in ketosis. And it's the rare person that I have ever seen that can really stick to this strict ketogenic diet. I mean, myself included, I have amazing willpower and I can't stay, you know, less than 20 grams of carbs per day every single day forever. It's just unsustainable.
No.
Then I have like this whole other group of people that have tried the keto diet. They've either had the keto flu or they've, you know, they've done okay. They've lost some weight, but then they realize like, holy crap, like I have to stick to this for the rest of my life. Like they don't want to, right? And so for those people, and this is sort of the path I find that happens for those people, they're like, yeah, this is why I need to drink ketones because I'm not perfect.
Right.
And that's really ultimately, what is that? Is that
That's
music?
my class starting here. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got to let you go then. But yeah, guys, so, you know, you don't have to be perfect. Life happens. And, you know, if you're a keto cheater, really be honest with yourself. Like, are you really getting the benefits of of the diet? You're not. So that's why we drink ketones. That's why I drink ketones, because I'm not perfect. And it just makes me feel so darn good. So,
Me too. Me
yeah.
too. Well, I'm excited, Jen, that we're going to see each other next week in Dallas with the rest of our team. We have an amazing contingency coming down from Ontario in Canada, and I'm excited to see everybody. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in today with us. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, if you want to tune out and I'll just close out so you can go coach your class. I appreciate your time, John. I know you're a busy guy. So see you soon.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate your time.
So guys, there you have it. John Smeh and myself just talking about how you can use pure therapeutic ketones to help maintain your healthy lifestyle. You know, ketones are not a cure for anything. They're not going to be a magic pill. I'm going to tell you they're the closest thing to a magic pill that I've ever found personally. And like John said, they do work 100% of the time. Just like any other health supplement, you have to stay consistent with them. I personally drink 2 servings per day, 1 caffeinated max in the morning and 1 decaffeinated serving in the afternoon. If you're interested in learning more, if you're tuning into this after the fact, you know, drop a comment below or message myself, message John Smeh, or any one of the amazing people on our team and in our community. We are always here to help and support you. So any questions you have, any doubts, anything at all, please let us know. We are here to help you become better versions of yourself. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We really appreciate you tuning in and spending time with us today. And if there's anything you need, you know where to find us. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, and feel free to share this video, anyone who found it valuable. Bye-bye.